Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and hearing something scratching outside your window. Not a dog. Not a person. But something moving in a way no one could explain. Now imagine an entire town seeing the same thing. A strange creature. Thin. Pale. Fast. And most disturbingly of all, it seemed to have only 3 legs. For weeks, panic spread through the town. People locked their doors earlier. Children were told not to go outside after dark. And every new sighting made the story worse. Some believed it was a deformed animal. Others said it was an escaped experiment. And a few were convinced it was something far older. Something that was never supposed to be seen. This is the story of the 3-legged creature that terrified an entire town. And by the end, you may understand why some people still refuse to talk about it. It started with a single report. Late one evening, a local resident claimed to see something moving near the edge of town. At first, the witness thought it was an injured dog. The figure was low to the ground. It moved in sudden bursts. And it disappeared into the darkness before anyone could get close. Normally, that would have been the end of it. A strange animal sighting. Nothing more. But then another person saw it. This time, near a farm road just outside town. The witness described a creature with an unnaturally narrow body. Its skin looked pale in the moonlight. Its head seemed too large for the rest of its body. And as it crossed the road, the witness noticed something chilling. It appeared to be running on 3 limbs. Not limping. Not stumbling. Running. Fast. Deliberately. Almost like it had adapted to moving that way. The story spread quickly. Within days, more people came forward. A shop owner claimed to hear growling behind a dumpster late at night. A teenager said he saw a figure crouched on a rooftop before it leapt out of sight. One family reported their dog barking wildly at something moving through their backyard fence line. And every account shared the same strange detail. 3 legs. No one could agree on exactly what the creature looked like. Some said it looked canine. Others said it seemed almost human. A few described its eyes as reflecting brightly in the dark. Others insisted its face was too shadowed to make out. But they all agreed on one thing. Whatever they saw, it did not move like any normal animal. Soon, fear began replacing curiosity. People stopped walking alone at night. Parents warned their children to stay close to home. And local rumors began turning the creature into something much larger than a simple mystery. Because once a town becomes afraid, every shadow starts to look alive. As sightings increased, the atmosphere in town changed. It was no longer just a strange local rumor. It became a nightly obsession. People gathered in parking lots and on porches, trading stories in low voices. Every snapped twig. Every distant howl. Every unexplained movement in the dark became possible evidence. The creature was said to appear near empty roads, drainage ditches, abandoned lots, and the wooded edge beyond the last houses. It never stayed long. It was always seen for only a few seconds. A flash of movement. A shape in the corner of someone's eye. A silhouette crossing under a streetlight. And then it was gone. That was part of what made it so terrifying. The uncertainty. No one could study it. No one could catch it clearly on camera. And no one could prove exactly what it was. One story claimed the creature had been seen standing upright for a moment before dropping back down and sprinting away. Another witness swore it made a sound unlike anything they had ever heard. Not a bark. Not a scream. But something in between. A noise so unnatural that it froze everyone who heard it. Soon, theories exploded across the town. Some believed it was a wounded coyote that had somehow survived after losing a limb. That was the most reasonable explanation. But the witnesses didn't describe it like a coyote. Its proportions seemed wrong. Its movement seemed too controlled. And its behavior felt strangely deliberate. Others believed it had escaped from a research facility far outside the town. There was no proof of this. But fear doesn't need proof to spread. It only needs a story powerful enough to repeat. And then the darkest theory began to circulate. That the creature wasn't an animal at all. That it was something ancient. Something malformed. Something seen once in local folklore and then buried in whispers. An omen. A cursed thing. A creature that appeared before disaster. At that point, the town was no longer reacting to sightings. It was reacting to its own fear. And fear, once it takes hold, can transform a mystery into a monster. Local authorities eventually responded. Officers patrolled the reported areas. Residents were told to remain calm. Some searched the outskirts of town with flashlights. But nothing was found. No tracks. No body. No clear evidence. Just stories. And somehow, that made it even worse. Because if there had been tracks, then maybe it was just an animal. If there had been a body, maybe it could be explained. But there was nothing. Only the feeling that something had been there. Watching. Moving. Waiting for the town to look away. So what did people actually see? That question still divides anyone who hears the story. The most logical explanation is that the creature was a severely injured animal. A dog or coyote with a missing limb. In darkness, fear can distort proportions. Distance can change movement. And the human brain is very good at filling in the blanks with something more frightening than reality. That happens more often than most people realize. Especially at night. Especially when one strange report turns into 10. But not every detail fits neatly into that explanation. Witnesses consistently described the creature as unusually fast. Too fast for a badly injured animal. Some said it jumped fences. Others claimed it climbed with unnatural ease. And a few people never backed down from the idea that it looked almost human. That is where stories like this become difficult to erase. Because even if 90% of the sightings can be explained, it is the remaining 10% that keeps the legend alive. There is also another possibility. That the creature itself was real. But the terror around it made it become something else. A symbol. A shared nightmare. A living story that changed a little every time someone retold it. One witness sees a strange animal. The next hears a frightening sound. The next remembers glowing eyes. And before long, the town is no longer describing a creature. It is creating one. That may be the most unsettling part of all. Not that a three-legged creature existed. But that fear can make an entire community build a monster together. Still, some residents insisted this was not mass panic. They said they knew what they saw. They said the movement was wrong. The shape was wrong. The feeling was wrong. And even years later, they spoke about it with the same tension in their voices. As if remembering it still made the air colder around them. Maybe it was just an injured animal glimpsed in bad light. Maybe it was a chain reaction of rumor and fear. Or maybe, for a brief period of time, something truly strange moved through that town after dark. Something that left no evidence behind. Except for the people who never forgot it. A pale shape in the darkness. 3 legs moving faster than they should. And a town that slowly became prisoners of its own fear. Whether it was an animal, a legend, or something no one could explain. The story of the 3-legged creature still survives for one reason. No one ever proved what it was. And sometimes, the mysteries with the fewest answers are the ones that stay with us the longest. If you enjoy stories about terrifying creatures, unexplained sightings, and strange mysteries hidden in ordinary places, subscribe to the channel. Because there are many more stories like this one. And the next one might be even stranger than the last.